I left Montreal later than I wanted. I had to help my mother out with her car. I knew it was going to tip it down, and it's not the first time I was going to get wet on this trip. A cloud weighs around 1 million tons, and all 1 million tons of it fell on me that day. I was soaked to the bones. The plan was to make it to Toronto by the end of the day. With this rain and traffic and leaving around 1 o'clock in the afternoon, it would be a miracle if that was to happen. China has a record for the longest traffic jam in the world, and that nightmare lasted for 12 dreadful days. Thousands of cars were stranded on the 100-kilometer stretch of the Beijing-Tibet Expressway in August 2010. Nobody said anything about the 401 from Montreal to Toronto. That road ain't no joke either. I took a look on Google Maps to see how far I was from the Seaway International Bridge in Cornwall. All I could see was a red line all the way to Kingston. So I figured the best way to get around all this traffic is to cross the bridge into the US from Cornwall and ride parallel to Route 401 in Ontario and then join back again in Kingston. The Seaway International Bridge is an international crossing connecting the US state of New York, Akwesasne Mohawk Territory, and the Canadian province of Ontario. The Three Nations Crossing is a border crossing associated with the Seaway International Bridge. It was named in the year 2000 in honor of the Mohawk of Akwesasne, a federally recognized tribe in the United States and First Nations in Canada. The reserve extends across the international border. In addition to that, between Quebec and Ontario, most of the land is in New York, United States. At this border crossing, the Border Patrol officer was more intrigued about my Vespa than anything else. Mind you, I do get a lot of questions.
Sir, how are you?
Fantastic. How you doing?
Good. Rode that all the way up here?
I've ridden this thing from coast to coast in a cannonball. Yeah, I've done Mexico on this beauty. You could find those Mexican videos on Baja Mexico Vespa on this channel.
Love it.
Oh, say, can you see? I may have avoided the traffic and potentially saved hours from my trip, but the rain did not let up at all. At some point, it became a torrential downpour and downright dangerous. At this point, I'm questioning my life's choices. I could just head down south and go home. But no, I'm on a mission. I'm off to do the Slaughterhouse run in Chicago, and there's going to be close to 200 people there. I can't miss that. Google Maps showed a blue line on the Ontario side, free-flowing traffic, so it's time to join the 401 and cross back over to Canada by taking the Thousand Islands Bridge. The entire Thousand Islands Bridge system took 16 months to build, beginning with the groundbreaking on April 30th, 1937. Completed 10 weeks ahead of schedule, the bridge opened on August 18th, 1938, with a ribbon cut by President Franklin D. Roosevelt and the Canadian Prime Minister William Lyon Mackenzie King. Shortly after the opening, the bridge displayed aerodynamic oscillation problems that were quickly corrected via structural upgrades. Its total cost was just a tad over $3 million, equivalent to $50 million today. In its first year of operation, over 118,000 vehicles crossed the bridge. Today, annual crossings exceed 2 million vehicles. Time to cross back into Canada to execute the perfect plan. Now, the Canadian Border Patrol officer was so interested in Bruno and had so many questions, I thought he was thinking of buying one. Of course, everybody should have one.
Woo. What scooter is it?
It's a 300cc high-performance engine super tech Vespa. 2023, yeah.
How fast does this go?
Well, it can go up to
89 miles an hour.
And but what's the gas mileage on that?
Fantastic. I would say I fill up every, so in like a mile, I fill up every 125, 125, and it's about, in the US, it's $8 for a full tank.
Yeah. Well, have fun.
Thank you, sir. I don't mean to hold everybody up.
All good.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
What should have taken 3.5 hours took twice as long. The traffic was awful, the weather was treacherous, and I was getting tired. So I called it a day, ready to fight on tomorrow. We're back on the road to the Slaughterhouse ride on day 6, and it is still raining. Day 5 took 7 hours when it should have been 3.5. Today we're off to my brother's house in Hamilton, Ontario, where I'll be spending the night with his family. But before the day is done, I want to eat wings at the Anchor Bar in Buffalo, the home of the Buffalo Wings, and see Niagara Falls.
Singing in the rain, just singing in the rain.
Today's ride to Buffalo from Napanee, where I stayed last night, should take about 6.5 to 7 hours, with a stop in Niagara Falls.
I'm laughing at clouds so dark up above. The sun.
Would you look at that? Niagara Falls, baby. Wow. Niagara Falls. Woo. We did it. We did it. Oh, my hair's a mess. I've been riding all day. Well, I've been riding for the last 2 days. It's been raining the entire time. Kept humming to myself, I'm gonna make it rain and rain and rain and rain and rain. And Eurythmics as well. Here comes the rain again. I mean, it rained the entire time. It was almost like I was riding with Annie Lennox, for God's sake. All that to say, we made it to Niagara Falls, and this is my first impression, my first stop, and it's absolutely spectacular. So I'm just gonna shut up and enjoy the scenery here.
Ready for love. Let the stormy clouds chase everyone from the place. Come on with the rain, I've a smile on my face. I walk down the lane with a happy refrain, just singing, singing in the rain.
Attaboy, Bruno.
Dancing in the rain.
I was feeling a tad peckish, and Buffalo is right across the border. I've come all this way. It would be rude not to pop into the Anchor Bar for wings. But before all that, it's time to cross the border again. It's time to play speed round at the border.
Good afternoon.
Your time starts now.
We go, sir.
Where do you live?
Ooh.
Where do you live?
Charlotte, North Carolina. Can you see my license plate?
North Carolina?
Yeah.
Where's you going, Canada?
Montreal, Hamilton, here.
You're all set.
Thank you, sir.
18 seconds. That is a record. Buffalo is nice and all, but I wasn't here for the sightseeing. I've come to Buffalo to visit the Anchor Bar. The Anchor Bar is a bar and restaurant in Buffalo, New York. The restaurant was initially established in 1935. The bar is most famous for claiming to be the birthplace of the spicy chicken wings, known outside of the Buffalo area as Buffalo Wings.
The home of the Buffalo Wings.
Here we go. First impression, we're gonna go in. Let's go check this place out. I bet it's just freaking awesome. Oh, for fuck's sake, I knew it. Would you check this place out?
I see these wings.
There are some bars that you walk into and you just know. And as soon as I walked into the Anchor bar, I just knew. There were TV screens everywhere. The whole place smelled delicious. It was warm and inviting. I knew for a fact I was going to enjoy myself and have a great time here.
I think this is where I'm going to park my butt.
Now let's try these world famous wings.
The glare in here is terrible.
Check that look out. You see that look? That's my ratatouille moment. You know in the movie where the food critic tastes the ratatouille and he gets taken back, he has like an out-of-body experience? That's what that was. That was sensational. Washed down with a beer, nothing like it.
Are they good so far? Okay.
Magnificent.
Okay. Are they crispy? Yeah, like, okay. Thank you. I hit the button twice. I hope they were reading.
That was delicious. God damn. The afterglow in my mouth is, my God, there's a party going on. So good. They come in flats, naked, sauce on the side. You kind of splash them around and you put them into the blue cheese. Enjoy life. It has an expiration date. It was sensational.
I'm singing.
Well, after that experience, all the singing and dancing in the rain was well worth it. I'm so glad I got a chance to go eat there. And hey, at least I could say I went to have wings at the home of Buffalo Wings in Buffalo.
We're crossing back into Canada after popping over to Buffalo just to eat wings, and the Anchor Bar was well worth it. It was sensational, delicious. I would come back each and every single time. Now we're heading back across into Canada, where we're spending the night at my brother's house. But what an incredible day! Goodness gracious! But it rained the whole time. I tell you what, I seriously got my my rain riding practice in.
It's that time again to play speed round at the border.
Your time starts now.
Hello. Here you go.
What's the purpose of the trip?
Just visit family.
How long are you here for?
Maybe 2-3 days.
Alcohol and tobacco with you?
None at all.
Firearms and weapons?
None. Thank you.
11 seconds. Now that's a new record. I really enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed this trip. If you like this video, please check out other shenanigans on my Away We Go YouTube channel. There are trips from all over the world. Please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, smash a like and leave a lovely comment. And don't forget to check the bell icon for notifications so you'll know every time I drop a new video. I look forward to seeing you on the next Away We Go!